Hi everybody, welcome back to ESL Trailblazer. I'm Nondas, ESL teacher. Okay, we're back with episode 2. Very exciting. For this week, I decided that I would choose a topic that's very close to my heart and something that all ESL teachers know exactly what I'm talking about. Having a good conversation. Okay? The students are always asking us about speaking, conversation. I've had a lot of them, a lot of lessons in a classroom, private as well, and it seems like something that's very important. Another reason why it's very important is because people think that a conversation is just about talking. It's not only about talking. What it is about is actually listening. That goes for native speakers as well as ESL students, okay? Everybody forgets that conversation is not something that you just do with your mouth, okay? It's actually a skill that we need to learn, we need to practice, we need to get better at, whether we're a native or an ESL learner. And I want to talk about it today because it's something that I've been doing for many years with a lot of people, and I've learned to get better at it as well as my students, and hopefully I'll have some tips for you today that will be helpful for you, whether you're a teacher, for something to tell your students about, to motivate them, or whether you're a student and you want to improve your conversation skills, okay? So the first thing, as I said, is about listening. It's not only about nodding and making eye contact. That doesn't mean anything. That's garbage, okay? What you need to actually do is, when you're a student in a classroom and you're sitting next to your classmate, is instead of writing and pretending that you're doodling in your notebook while your classmate is talking, to actually look at them, okay? Obviously. But the second thing you need to do is you need to ask questions. Ask questions, why? To show that you're interested. Not just why. Sometimes people are telling you why and you're not listening. And they're telling you, they've already given you the reason why they have a preference. Okay, try to ask specific questions, okay? A lot of the topics in ESL language teaching is about what students' preferences and choices are on different topics and subjects. So if that is the topic, try to ask the student, instead of why, who they would prefer to do it with, or in what situation, or how they would like it done, and how they would, why they would, where they would do it, and when. Like, ask for the details, for the circumstances of this preference, whether it's going on holiday, or doing the shopping, or what you like with technology, etc. Okay, so listening, very important. Obviously, the body language needs to be there, but if you can, and I tell my students this, if you cannot look your classmate face to face and ask questions to show interest, how are you going to do it in real life when you meet a stranger? How are you going to have a conversation if you can't even do it in a classroom with somebody you know? Okay, so practice it every day. It might seem a little bit strange in class at first to do it, but you need to practice it. The other thing is that's very important in class that students try to avoid, and it's easy to avoid, is to just use the same language that you know repeatedly. Repeat. It goes for native speakers too. If you use the same words over and over again and you don't mix it up, you're going to be boring. Nobody's going to be engaged and they're not going to want to listen to you. Okay, so for the ESL teachers in particular, expressing opinions. Don't just say, I think. You sound like a broken record, like a robot. Okay, mix it up. You're in the classroom to learn language, so do that. Practice it. Okay, so for example, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, from experience I know, or I feel that, I believe strongly, or I just believe. Yeah, just those few little mixes. Practice them in each lesson when you're talking to your partners. Very important. Another popular word that's completely overused is good. My goodness, this is a beginner's word. Let's mix it up, people. Use something different. Good has hundreds, if not thousands, of synonyms. Okay? Brilliant, awesome, magnificent, marvelous, outstanding, cool, super. Come on, those are just the basics. There's like hundreds of others. Okay? So use different words. Use specific adjectives to talk about experiences, feelings. Don't just say, good. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Yeah, it's good. Not interesting. Not interesting. Okay? The other thing is, a lot of times, that's connected to the listening, we pretend to listen because sometimes we think that we're better than the other person or that we might be smarter than the other person. But something that I think has always served me well, and I watched it in a TED Talk and I've always taken it to heart, is go into every conversation, even in the class with your classmate, assuming that you're going to learn something from your classmate. That's how you can show interest. People like it when you show interest in them. Whether it's meeting somebody new in school or meeting somebody on the first day of work or just meeting anybody. If you go up and you ask questions about them, they will feel good and nice and warm and cozy inside because it will make them feel like you care about them and you're interested in getting to know them as a person. And maybe that will lead to a friendship, whatever. But think about it when people do that to you. Return the favor. Return the favor by showing that you're interested. Okay, if people are struggling with conversation, it's totally normal. Native speakers struggle too. Some of them can't even do it well. Okay, but I assure you there's light at the end of the tunnel. You're not at a dead end, and you can find a way to improve it by just working on it each day and in each class. And even if you're not in class, you can do it in the relationships with the people you have globally in your work or business, whenever. Okay, so keep practicing. Remember, it's a skill. You gotta work at it to get better at it. Okay, unfortunately we don't teach this much, so teachers, please emphasize to the students how important it is to have those basics for conversation down and not just moving their mouths. It's not just about this, it's also about this. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for episode 2. If you want to subscribe and you like what you hear, press that subscribe button. Please share with others, teachers or students who are interested. And I have a great blog post that's connected to a TED Talk about this topic in a lot more detail. I hope to see you again. I hope you like what you hear. Please add a comment if you have any questions or you'd like to say something about the episode. Thank you very much. See you next week. And remember, practice that good conversation. See ya.